So can mainstream Bollywood really get to the realities of the lower middle class common man? Can any movie give that to us? Let's find out in this full review of Sui Dhaaga Made in India. Before we begin, if this is your first time here, I'm Puneet, you're watching the Afterthoughts Network. Let's get to it. Now Sui Dhaaga, it stars Varun Dhawan, Anushka Sharma, Raghubir Yadav, has been directed by Sharat Katarya and has been produced by under the Yash Raj banner. Now the biggest question that I wanted to see from this film was if a mainstream Bollywood, a big commercial blockbuster studio like Yash Raj Films could get to the reality of how the lower middle class lives. Can they really show us, or are they still stuck into the dreamy reality of what they think is lower middle class? Well, in this movie, something they get down really well. It's shown very beautifully how the lower middle class people live, how they deal with day-to-day difficulties in their life, and all of these things are so intricately woven into the story that they seem seamless. And that is the beauty of this movie. It shows us how these small little things, how such daily routines can be intricately woven into a beautiful storyline that shows us the reality, the grounded truth of the lower middle class people, how they live, how do they deal with the jobs, how do they deal with difficulties. I mean, that is really the core story of this movie. Now, first of all, coming to the acting has been done brilliantly. I mean, you could never have imagined Varun Dhawan or Anushka Sharma in such roles because they don't have a lot of makeup in that, and the attire is very different, something coming out of a low middle class family. And Raghubir Yadav, he is a brilliant actor, as we all know. He has done some masterful performances and he delivers another one in this movie. I mean, he is really stellar to watch, and his chemistry with his son, which is played by Varun Dhawan, is really mesmerizing to watch. I mean, it's so entertaining at times that it keeps you gripped to the movie even if the story does not seem to be moving anywhere. The movie has been brilliantly directed by Sharat Katarya. I mean, he really tends to show how small little details, how day-to-day routines are carried out, and how they can be intricately taken into a bigger narrative that is the story about this young couple of Varun Dhawan and Anushka Sharma, which are playing the character of Mauji and Mamta in this movie. What they have to go through to stop with their normal life and get into the world of entrepreneurship, when the whole wide world in which they live that just does not support that. Because as is correctly said in the movie, अगर घर पे बैठ के काम करोगे तो पैसा कहाँ से आएगा? I mean, that is a brilliant thing to talk about in this movie. That is something even we people, everyone, every common man like you, me, we have to deal with this daily, and it is a real struggle for people of any class, and that has been shown brilliantly in this movie. Coming to the sound, I really like the music of this movie. It is very lyrically pleasant thing to watch, and the songs do not take away from the movie, rather they move the story along. So that is something I really appreciate in any movie, because if you are putting in songs, you do not have to break the movie to play a song. The song can be a part of the movie to move the story along, show you some things like a montage or something that can basically move the story forward. Now, coming to one negative that I found in this movie was that it relies on the typical cliche of every entrepreneur based movie. That somehow, okay, this is going to be a bit of a spoiler territory, but yes, it has to be talked about because it is one of the biggest negatives of this movie. Other things are just nitpicking, but this is the biggest, so I'll talk about this one. That it falls into the same trap, the same cliche of every entrepreneurship movie, is that you take part in a competition, you win the competition, and then you are successful. I mean, not everyone gets to do that. It would have been a better story, a better movie, if they could have just struggled all through it and been successful in the end. I mean, what's the harm in that? And how many people get a chance to be a part of a competition that can give you money so that you can be successful? I mean, that is not reality. That is not how the world works, and that is completely opposite to what the movie was trying to go in the first half or even the first 2/3 of this movie. And then it goes into a completely different tangent and takes away from all the reality of life that has been shown previously in this movie. So that is just one negative. It is a very big one, but yes, it is a negative. But overall, the movie still remains entertaining because it has been brilliantly acted, very well directed, and is really fun and entertaining thing to watch. So all in all, I would really recommend this movie, that you please watch this movie. It is a great insight into some of the daily life and how things just work and how that is life. I mean, this movie is just about life at its core. So it is a great recommendation. Please watch it. So have you seen this movie, or are you planning to watch this movie? Whatever you think, please write it down in the comment section below and let me know. Also, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you hated it for some reason, give it a thumbs down. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever our new video drops. Till that happens, my name is Puneet and you're watching the Afterthoughts Network. Bye bye.